Call of Duty has dropped its first gameplay trailer for Black Ops 6 Zombies, and let me tell you, I think we could be in for a fantastic year, zombies-wise. I've reacted to the trailer, reacted to the blog, and give my thoughts on what I think is looking good and what's looking not so good about Call of Duty's Black Ops 6 Zombies. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, so I've actually only seen screenshots on Twitter of this. I've actually not seen the actual gameplay, so I'm kind of really excited for this. I really enjoyed Cold War Zombies. That was like really good twist on like sort of the old school zombies, bringing it into sort of a new generation. So I'm looking forward to see what Black Ops 6 can build on that. And because I play a lot of Black Ops 3 Zombies, I'm really looking forward to, you know, just zombies in general. Zombies is one of the best modes on Call of Duty ever, and the fact that Treyarch is back with a new zombies adventure, I'm super excited. So let's get into it. I believe this is Terminus. I believe this is one map. I believe there's going to be 2 round-based maps at launch. This is the first one. Apparently this is going to be like the biggest zombies map ever or something like that. So let's have a look. We are back. I have seen this trailer. This is like all the OG characters. I have actually seen this trailer. Like the sort of reveal trailer.
Time to bounce.
But it just cut off at this point.
Watch your back.
Instantly, it's obviously shown that that's the Omni movement. I cannot wait for Omni movement. I think Omni movement is something that Call of Duty has been needing for a long time. It's going to create a skill gap, a bit better than slide cancelling does. The fact that we can like sort of jump backwards and shoot our gun at the same time, dive to the side, shoot our gun, sprint in any direction. I'm really I'm looking forward to that.
We got some dead meat to grind.
That might be a trap. Is that a trap? Do you reckon that's like a new trap? Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a new trap. That's pretty decent. And so traps... did we have traps on Black Ops Cold War? I can't remember. But yeah, it looks like we're going to get a trap this time around, which is pretty decent. No, it is. The fact that round base is back as well is just unreal. Like, round base in Cold War was so good. The fact that we didn't really have round base in Vanguard. I mean, Vanguard's obviously to get the bin full stop. But the fact that we're bringing round base back is just, yeah, instantly got top tier points. This map just looks so impressive, man. Like, the different layers to it as well. Damn. I think this is going to be a thing as well. I think what we've just seen there, I think that might be like one of the zombies now have got like 3 different levels to them. So like you got a normal zombie, a level 2 zombie, and a level 3 zombie. Kind of like what you get in sort of Modern Warfare zombies right now, I suppose, with a different sort of like threat tiers. And obviously more difficultly. I think that's what we're going to get in terms of zombies as well. I'm pretty sure some of them can mutate, I've read on Twitter. So looks like we're going to get some big boy badass zombies. And yeah, I mean, that looks pretty threatening to say the least, isn't it? What is that? Hold on. What is that? Do you reckon that's like some sort of film created or what? That is mad though. What, you just get a Juggernaut suit? Whatever the hell that is. It looks like a mango actually, doesn't it? That is awesome, man. That Omni movement again right there. Swimming as well. And you know what it is? Obviously, I know swimming's been a big mechanic of Call of Duty for the last few years now, and I didn't even think that it would be in zombies. But adding into zombies is a bit... I'm a fan of the swimming aspects of it a little bit, but I wish we could just have any gun underwater. Hopefully, Treyarch actually just give us the option to have any gun underwater. That would be ideal. Just reduce the damage a little bit if needs be. But yeah, swimming... I don't think it's a mechanic Call of Duty really needs too much, but if it's going to be in zombies, it's going to be in zombies. Hold on, wait for him. Pack-a-punch machine right there, looking glorious. Old school pack-a-punch as well, by the looks of it. And it looks like we are getting as well this year, just like we did in Cold War. And I think also in Vanguard this was a thing as well. I don't think it was a thing at first because the camos were bugged, but when you pack-a-punch you get different camos. And by the looks of it, we're getting the camos once again this year with pack-a-punch. I'm a fan of the pack-a-punch camos. Some of them were really nice at Cold War. Flying zombie things now, love that. We're gonna get vehicles and zombies? It looks like, obviously, we had vehicles in Cold War's sort of outbreak mode, but I don't think we ever had them in the round-based modes. I can't recall them in the round-based modes. So the fact that we're not going to get zombies, this probably just shows, in round-based zombies, the fact that it probably just shows how big this map is actually going to be. I mean, looking at this, obviously this trailer, like, it's hard to get a scale of the size of it, but it is maybe the biggest Call of Duty map for zombies they've ever made, and it looks like it's going to be quite impressive. Omni movement right there, I love that, man. That Omni movement, genuinely, I think is going to, like, I know I said it a little bit earlier on, but that Omni movement is going to change Call of Duty, like, for the better, I reckon. Once up the grip to it, I think it's going to be insane. The OG is back! And I've seen this as well, Gobblegums are making a return as well. These were obviously a bit more like sort of pay to win in Black Ops 3 when they were last in the game, so I don't know how they're going to be this time. I imagine it's going to be very much a case of this is the Battle Pass, you're going to get Gobblegums in the Battle Pass and stuff like that. You might earn them for doing challenges, stuff like that. I imagine that's going to be the case. Yeah, I kind of like zombies without the Gobblegums. I don't really use them even when I do play the Black Ops 3 zombies. But they do add a little bit of a dynamic aspect to the game, a little bit. But yeah, I'm not really a big fan of Gobblegums. Mystery box about that. Is that a new? Go back. Hold on. Was that a new weapon? A new wonder weapon? It certainly looks like it. That certainly does look like a new wonder weapon. It looks like a fries as well. Perp machine. This is this new perp machine, so this one I actually have read about. Basically, this is a melee perp machine where if you're in a pinch and zombies are pushing you, you can sort of melee and it sort of like forces them back. It's like gives you a much better melee. Like that. That perp machine looks sick as well. Can we just appreciate the detail on this perp machine as well right here? Like, look how good that perp machine looks. That looks so good. And then with the little box in the ring there as well. That looks insane, and I'm really a fan of that weapon camo as well. Either that is going to be the legendary weapon camo, or that is one of the Pack-a-Punch ones. It looks like, and to be fair, there's not any attachments on the gun, so that looks like it could be the legendary camo for this year, which apparently I've seen on Twitter is going to be one of the best ones. I've seen a screenshot of it, it does look good. The heli must mean... This I presume means that kill streaks are back, like what we had in Cold War Zombies, when we had the chopper gun and stuff. That chopper gun was like massively OP in Cold War Zombies. Really, like, got them off you as quickly as you can. You're about to die, hit the chopper gunner, boom, you survived. So, this is pretty decent. PhD slider. That must be the new... That weapon camo must be the new one. That looks sick. And then this is the thing that I've seen on Twitter. This is the big thing I've seen on Twitter, is that zombies now, if you shoot some of them, mutate into new zombies, and it gives you this spider-like creature. And there is, for those who have got arachnophobia, a setting where you can turn this off. I don't know what zombie you'll get instead, but yeah. What the hell is that thing? That looks so good, man. Looks really, really good.
Pre-order digitally and
also, this camo looks insane in game as well, by the way. Like, I have not pre-ordered Black Ops 6 yet, but it might be worth it for this camo alone.
Unlock the Reflect 115 camo pack in Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Warzone, and Warzone Mobile.
And then Liberty Falls is the next map as well. Can we just rewind just back to that side again? Also, we've got the nice little old school zombie sound there. This looks like it's going to be like in a sort of a... Well, it looks like an American town, doesn't it? That looks pretty sick, that, you know, man. Like, a nice urban setting for zombies as well. You know what I thought was one of the best zombies maps that we got in Cold War? Was the one you play in Cold War Berlin. Like, that one was so good. Can't really remember the name of it now, but when you were in, like, sort of the urban setting of Berlin, with the Berlin Wall and stuff like that, that was probably one of the best zombie maps I think Cold War brought out, and I love it when Treyarch do urban setting zombie maps, so I'm really looking to see what this one could be very, very good. And then as well as the gameplay, they also did the sort of, like, characters and story intel drops, so I want to watch through this one as well, just to get an idea of, like, what is what.
We're all very proud and excited about this game, and we can't wait to...
I'm also very excited for this game, purely just because it's the first Call of Duty for a long time. It's had a 4-year development cycle. Like, this is history making for Call of Duty. Last time Treyarch was in charge of a Call of Duty was, what, 2020 for Cold War? So the fact they've had 4 years to develop this game, I'm hoping that we actually now see 4 years of hard work being put into a game, and we don't get the same sort of broken mess that Call of Duty is pretty much every year it releases now.
To see fans get their hands on it.
the end of Cold War, our heroes kind of saved the day. We had contained the dark ether.
Richtofen imprisoned them somewhere. Fast forward 6 years, and our crew have been in the deepest, darkest hole that the director could find to conceal them from the rest of the world.
I will say I'm not really clued up with the storyline for Black Ops Zombies, especially after Cold War. I didn't really do many of the Easter eggs. I'm not really an Easter egg zombies kind of guy. I really just like jumping in zombies, playing, see what round I can get to, like the old school way, rather than maybe trying to do Easter egg after Easter egg after Easter egg. And also trying to get the zombies camo as well, because the Cold War zombies camo was beautiful. I didn't bother with Vanguard. The Modern Warfare zombies camo was really nice as well. I just haven't bothered with it because of how long it takes, because I don't really want to have to drop into Urzikstan all the time to try and do it. However, with this kind of zombies, and just being able to sort of like hit back out and then just go straight back in and not have to worry about like sort of a multiplayer aspect of it, I can just do it all solo. Definitely going to grind a zombies camo this year.
And we will be breaking them out and discovering the state of the world.
All of the characters have gone under quite a bit of a change. Prison changes people. That's kind of inevitable.
Prison changes people. Suppose it does.
Our crew for zombies this game is Weaver, Dr. Gray, Carver, and Maya. The first three were our handlers in Cold War.
You got Weaver, who's this grizzled veteran, used to be a CIA spy, spec ops soldier.
He's been through a lot since the events of Cold War. I think it's
Haven't we
hit
all?
him.
Haven't we all? We've had Vanguard and then Modern Warfare 2 since the events of Cold War. Don't we know we've been through a lot?
Harder than most because he failed his team and he's had 6 years to have that guilt amass. Gray has undergone a transformation.
She's physically toughened up a lot compared to...
So the characters, so the thing is, so the characters that were, it's sort of like the voice in your ear in Cold War and telling you what to do and how to progress Easter eggs and stuff in Cold War are now the playable
lab
characters.
geek
That's
that she
pretty sick,
was,
actually,
and
to be fair.
that's going to be very important now that she's boots on ground.
46.
Carver is the hardcore military guy.
He's been stripped of his rank. Trying to find his place could be something that he could possibly struggle with.
You're supposed to be dead.
I will say I love the detail that Treyarch put into zombies, man. Like, you just know it's going to be a good year when Treyarch's in charge of a Call of Duty, because, to be fair, for me personally, Call of Duty's at its best when it doesn't take itself all too seriously, but also with a good sort of lore and storyline behind it, and I think Treyarch are the best by far at doing that. And I think it's across the board. Treyarch campaigns are typically, I think for the most part, the better ones. Multiplayer, they kind of just really hone in on like the arcade style of shooter for Call of Duty and bring back sort of like, you know, all the fun modes like prop hunt and all that kind of good stuff, like One in the Chamber, you know, gun game. That is Treyarch to a T. And then obviously zombies, it just creates the perfect third mode. Genuinely, Treyarch Call of Duties rarely miss.
Maya is a new character that we're adding.
She's coming into this story desperately trying to find her brother. She's had to make an unlikely ally in the form of Peck.
This is Maya. She's with me.
Dr. Peck was a villain from the previous game, so they are not happy to see him.
That kind of adds suspicion to Maya's character in everyone's eyes. Like, why are you hanging out with this guy? He's part
I love how Scottish this guy is as well.
of the reason we're here. You can't trust him.
But they quickly realize that the enemy of my enemy is my friend, so
The iconic line
they
from Modern Warfare 2, the OG one.
all are aligned on wanting to hunt down Richtofen and getting revenge.
All of us here have a common enemy. The guy who locked you up.
We're going to be having hero character interactions, so they're
Oh man, so we're gonna get like, they're actually gonna be interactions about
going to
this.
be speaking to each other.
That is pretty sick, to be fair. And so it literally is gonna be like sort of a campaign mission, but playing round-based zombies. Like, it's not gonna be a campaign mission, but they're gonna be interacting with it. That is very good. Also, what is that camo? That camo looks pretty nice as well.
Those years behind the bars. Feels good to get hands on again.
Pace yourself, Carver. I think we're just getting started.
That's only going to be happening when they play the dedicated crew.
They interact with each other. You get a lot more information about how their relationships sort of...
Alright, so it's encouraging to play as a full squad then, really, isn't it? Like, it's encouraging to play as a quad so you can hear all these dialogue lines.
Change.
Look alive, Gray.
And you can still play as any other operator, but if you choose to play as these hero
Alright, okay, so obviously in Cold War, we didn't play it as operators. That's just triggered the memory. So in Cold War, we didn't play it as the operators, like the characters. We played as operators. So when, like, say, for instance, the 80s action hero thing dropped, I played as a Rambo and zombies. Whereas we are actually going back to playing as the characters, but you can also use your own operator if you want to, right? I'm with it now. That was a thing. So this is why these all had the voice lines in Cold War. The operator didn't, because, yes, you played as a normal operator.
characters. You're just going to get a richer experience because
That Omni movement looks so good still, man. I know I've said it about 3 or 4 times, but that looks unreal.
there's just more
these guns as well look good. These guns look very, very like Black Opsy guns, like very, very Treyarch Black Opsy guns. I know it's going to be a Black Ops game, but like it looks good to see that we're getting a homage to like sort of the old school Black Ops there.
Narrative content to put the players actually into the characters that are living the story. It brings back that tightness that I think fans loved and are going to really welcome back this time around.
The teams have been working so hard, and we're really excited for everyone to experience the characters and the story in Black
This I want to know more about. What is this? Like, this
Ops 6.
Is this going to be like sort of like the Ring of Firepower grid that we have, or do you find these on the map? Like, I want to know what that is. Looks insane. Alright, so Call of Duty also put out a blog alongside the release trailers and the videos breaking down the story of the new zombies. And in this blog, it kind of shows you a little bit more about the detail and talk goes into detail. So I want to point out some of the things that I think are pretty interesting and are an improvement on Cold War zombies. So, first thing we've got is, obviously, this is going to be the map. It's going to be Terminus. It's going to be in the Philippine Sea. It's very much going to be like a jungle-y style map. It looks pretty good. Obviously, what we've just seen the gameplay of. Then the next one is what we saw at the end of the gameplay, which is Liberty Falls in West Virginia. Which makes me want to start singing Country Roads. But yeah, that looks sick. That screenshot as well. I'm looking forward to the end of August to be able to see, you know, this play out of Call of Duty next, see the reveal of this one. This looks very, very good. As I said, I love an urban setting. Then this is 4-second video, which I'm actually a big fan of. So one of the things that was obviously introduced in Cold War was this scrap to be able to build stuff, and you had two different types of scrap. You had green scrap and then blue scrap. Blue scrap was a little bit more rarer. I'm of the understanding that in this game, it's all just one kind of scrap. It's not like, oh, you need this kind of scrap to build like kill streaks or whatever. It is all the sort of one currency, which is a lot better. Yeah, so there you go. So salvage, use salvage in many ways to access ammo mods, you know, stuff like that. Rarity to your weapon, you know, so inflicts more damage. All of that is this just one lot of salvage rather than the two different kinds that we had in Cold War. Which, I mean, Cold War wasn't complicated for that, but to have it all as just one sort of currency, much better in my opinion. Then we've got exfil or expire. So it looks like we're going to be have the exfil option that we had in Cold War Zombies once again. I really enjoyed that feature. It kind of give you a little bit more bonus XP and stuff like that as well. Basically, I use Cold War Zombies to level guns for Warzone in a nice peaceful setting without like the skill-based matchmaking and the sweatiness of multiplayer. It took a little bit longer to level guns, however I had that many like double XP tokens, I wasn't too bothered anyway. But yeah, being able to exfil at a certain round, you know, you got like more XP and some rewards and stuff like that. So it was pretty decent, and you did challenges and stuff like that as well. So, you know, was a fan of it. I know if you just died, you died. It wasn't the end of the world there. And obviously we've got another look at this Omni movement as well for zombies. It looks like there, with the guy diving backwards there, not this one here, when they're diving backwards, it looks like the Omni movement could activate maybe some sort of perks. You know, PhD slider is a perk, it is back in this game, so maybe diving backwards also activates an element of that perk, possibly. Who knows, but it does look good, and I can't wait for the beta at the end of this month as well to sort of get hands-on with this movement, because I think this movement is going to be so good. Alright, now this is one of the things that I have seen on Twitter, and I really like the look of. So this is going to be like the default like HUD for Black Ops 6 Zombies. You know, it's kind of very much this modern feel. You know, if you look down here, it's very much like a Warzone feel as well. So you got your plates and health and all that down there, you know. Obviously over here you've got your ammo. You know, you've obviously got your weapon attachments there. You've got your perks in the middle, typically like zombies. You've got whatever these are as well, like in plain sight, death's hand. I don't know what they are exactly. Can't really work out what they are. They're remotes and sprays. Alright, well, that's one good thing as well. Remotes and sprays are also back in Black Ops 6, which has been very missing from the last few games. So there we've got Gobblegums to the right there as well. You know, we've got our Ring of Fire. We've got our field upgrades there, and we've got moats there as well. I don't think this emote one will be on all the time, but it's actually good to see like the HUD. So this is what the HUD will look like on Black Ops 6, and then you can have an OG Black Ops 3 Legacy HUD with the OG rounds at the bottom here. Actually, you know what it is? Hopefully this is not on all the time. This surely emotes and sprays is not on the screen all the time. I doubt it will be. I think it's just like an example. But you got the OG stuff. You got your utility in the middle there, your Ring of Fire in the middle there, or your field in the middle there. You got your perks there to the left. This is like the old school. Then you got obviously the ammo stuff very much to the far right. Gobblegums there as well. A Legacy HUD, leaning back into the days of like Black Ops 3, and you can use that in the Black Ops 6 Zombies. Now, obviously, Black Ops 3 was probably hands down one of the best zombies we've ever had. It's still got a very thriving modern community. It's very good. You know, the modern maps are still very popular, still very fun to play. So the fact that the developers are sort of leaning back into that aspect of it and saying, look, this is going to be sort of more old schooly, I'm very much a fan of. That injection thing is support equipment, so by the looks of it, you'll be able to use salvage to construct a lot of sort of support equipment. And yeah, by the looks of it, there you go. So self-revive, obviously you could get that. The RCXT's back, so obviously that means we're going to get that as a kill streak probably in multiplayer. Secretariat is also back, but then also mutant injection, which is what this is. Temporarily transforms you into a mangler. I thought it looked like a mangler with all the bells and whistles, so you become a mangler. I bet that is... Honestly, if you're struggling and you get surrounded by zombies, you're about to go down or whatever, popping this, I imagine, just makes it, you know, just get you out of trouble very, very fast. And I can't wait to see how this is going to work in game. This looks insane. And then, yeah, the fact that they've added this is just... It's just constantly... This is what Treyarch does best, man. It just revolutionizes, and it's so good. And then the ammo mods are back. So your brain rot, your dead wire, stuff like that. And I've just been reading this, and basically, your ammo mods can be found as like an in-game drop, as a rare in-game drop, or you can go to this machine called the Arsenal and spend salvage, and I think you might be able to actually buy just whatever one you want. Only one ammo mod can be provided at a time. Ammo mods grant the effective weapon, blah blah blah. Yeah, we know that. Possibly then, you might be able to buy whatever ammo mod you want, because if you could do that, then that'd be sick, because you can get turned if you really want to, obviously, or brain rot. You also get, like, dead wire on the go for, like, 2 different weapons. If you can pick what one you want, then that would be sick, and you can really, like, sort of gear up with the squad and be like, right, you get brain rot, you get dead wire, you get napalm burst, you know, kind of, like, really work together on that, so that'd be pretty sick if we could do that. Alright, so these are going to be a different kind of zombies in Black Ops 6 Zombies, or on Terminus anyway, so... These are the zombies that we're kind of just used to, you know, nice, easy, standard, run-of-the-mill zombies, kill them like that, we're not really used to them. Then we've got armored zombies, which we are kind of used to as well, especially with Cold War, and I think they were in Outbreak quite prominently as well, you know, they've got armor on, you've got to break their armor before you kill them, a little bit harder to kill, but again, not really much of a threat. Then we've got heavy zombies, which look like they're going to be even harder to kill than armored zombies. Yeah, we'll see what it is. There you go. It even says there, like, greater protective armor and even better protection from projectiles, explosive damage, blah, blah, than lightly armored. This is what we're used to. This is new. Again, hopefully the time to kill on them is not too bad. And then these are going to be the sort of mutating, you know, zombies. So this is going to be the Verminous, the one that you can switch off, I think. If you've got, like, arachnophobia or anything like that, I think you can switch this one off. Then you've got Parasites, which are the flying things that we've seen, which I imagine these are going to be a right pain to have to deal with. If you're trying to get, like, horde of zombies after you, I imagine these are going to be really, really annoying to have to work it out. Manglers are back as well. Again, obviously, you know, we've had these for years now. Very much a run-of-the-mill sort of, you know, zombie-ish thing. Not an issue. And then these look like they could be quite dangerous. Which is called an amalgam, an amalgam or something like that, an amalgam. I'm really ridiculous with pronouncing stuff. But yeah, this looks like it could really mess your day up, to be fair. I think this has got the potential to really ruin a round. And then higher round hordes, if you get to a challenge, you know, you're ready. Looks like the zombies start moving and obviously in increased swiftness. Obviously, we all know that from like to run, sprint, and stuff like that. We obviously know that, the gist. So obviously, we're gonna get the old school as they get higher up the rounds. Obviously, the rounds get a lot more difficult with the amount of zombies and stuff like that. This looks absolutely insane. I'm actually really, really excited for this to come out. I'm really looking forward to get hands-on with this as well when Black Ops 6 is out. I think I'm probably going to do multiplayer camo this year and zombies camo. I think I'm going to try and do both. I'm really looking forward to doing it. Let me know in the comments below what you're looking forward to most about Black Ops 6 Zombies and Black Ops 6 in general. I think we're going to be really, really in for a great year of Call of Duty, and I'll see you next time.